we're there and we got it, and meeting is streaming. We are here. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We are so excited and so honored. We have a guest. We can't even believe we have on today because we are so excited. I just want to say that I've learned so much about this man and what his integrity and all that he believes in, not only from just his personal beliefs, but what he believes in doing for other people. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over and say, Lori, how are you doing today?
I am so happy today. This is a dream come true. I've wanted to interview this man for such a long time because I am a big fan of him and all he does. Ron Onesti is an entertainment industry powerhouse, recognized as an innovator leader across the country. As president and CEO of Arcada Theater in St. Charles and Des Plaines Theater, a theater in Des Plaines, he brings back that vaudeville era playhouse into the 21st century. He is an executive chef, owner of Arcada Speakeasy and Restaurant, Bourbon and Brass Speakeasy, Rock and Za Pizza Experience, Rock and Ravioli Italian Restaurant, and Da Pizza. Ron is also the founder and the producer of 3 Italian culinary festivals: Oakley Avenue Festa Pasta Vino, Italian Street Little Italy Fest, and Little Italy Fest in Little Italy West in Addison. I'm having a hard time talking because I'm so excited. So
you got it.
How are you doing today?
Woo!
I'm making sausage and peppers. Does it get any better than this? I got my meatballs on the stove. I got the sausage in the oven. I'm doing the peppers and garlic. I mean, come on. Does it get any better?
Right. So, Ron, tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Well, we've got the Taylor Street Italian Festival coming up, which is August 11th to the 14th. And it's something, I was born on Taylor Street. And it's a way of keeping the neighborhood strong, keeping it alive and vibrant. And we've got some of Chicago's best restaurants going to be there. The entertainment is off the hook. We got 5 stages. You know, I'm all about the entertainment. You can't walk 10 steps without being entertained at this event.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. And
you know, and then we've got obviously, we've got the theaters going. I mean, the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, Des Plaines Theater in Des Plaines, obviously. And it's really cool because, we were shut down for 15 months and it was nuts. And everyone was, I'm not special. We all went through that. And to be open again and have everybody just be so excited. And as I said before, literally emotional. People have tears in their eyes saying, I can't believe I'm here watching live music. We almost lost it. And now, it's just incredible that we're doing it again. And, we've got great shows coming up. It just, it just feels right. It's different. It's obviously it's a business, it's how we take care of our families, my company. But by the same token, we really feel like we're giving something to people that they really, really need in these times of freaking craziness. There's very little things that ease the pressures than great food and great fun with family and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. What are you doing?
Well, I got a question for you. Okay, you obviously didn't jump into doing all this and being successful like from a blink of an eye. Like, what kind of road did it take you to get here? I mean, you've worked hard.
Well, you know what? Say, work hard and everything, but a lot of people say answer that. Well, it's not me, so you don't need to answer that. We could say about hard work, but for me, it's not hard work. It's the way we're brought up. You get up every day, you get up early, and you figure out what you're going to do to make a difference and get your world going. And that's what I do every day. People say it's a little crazy. You look at my schedule. Everybody's schedule is crazy. Everybody's busy. I mean, if you're sitting home all day waiting for Oprah to come on, then I don't even want to talk to you. But it's about enjoying life. I mean, I work hard. Sure, we all work hard. But for me, this food stuff that I do, like I'm doing now. You think this is work for me? Same thing for you guys. It wouldn't be work. You talk about wanting to do this and the cream and the whole thing. This isn't work. I put on shows. My life was about music, meatballs, and being Italian, you know, and sports too. But anyway, the point here is that you know, all the cliches about, you know, as long as you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. I'm pretty much the poster child for that because I love what I do. I love what we do as a team, how it affects people. You know, I really love it. I mean, it's amazing how you know how people are affected. I'm talking about people who've gone through a lot of challenges in life right now. I mean, there's people really, we know there's people struggling and big time.
Right.
Somehow, you know, and that's why I see it as a responsibility. You know, I'm backstage, and while you guys are watching, you know, Paul Anka or somebody on one of our stages, I'm watching all of you and looking at all 900 or 1,000 people and thinking, well, someone in this audience lost a family member this week, lost their job, had a fight with their spouse, just had a rotten day, and they come here to get taken away or get to get away from it all for a moment. I see that as a responsibility, and I don't take it lightly. So that's why our places are very experiential.
Right.
It's all quality. You got to have great food and a great experience. And you know, we try to take you back to times when things were better.
Yeah,
Can I just interject something real quick? I want to just say that as a person going to see some of the stuff, like I didn't get to see the Bronx Wanderers by you, but I saw them out in Vegas. And when you're there watching the performances, you're forgetting about every worry. You're going back, like you said, to the old times, but you walk out of there and you feel like, okay, I can conquer the next day. I can get through the next problem. I can, you know, and you feel so much better, you know, and it's just so much fun. I got to ask you though, this is crazy. You didn't get from point A to point here. Like, what was your first venture? What was your first, like, coming out of college or high school? What was your dream and how did you get there? That's interesting.
Well, you know, it really wasn't, to be honest with you, it wasn't really a dream. It kind of evolved. I mean, I didn't, you know, back in the day when we were, you know, I mean, I'm 60. So, you know, I got out of high school. It was 80. I was class of 80, you know, and in high school, I was class of 76, 78. So back then there wasn't, there were positions like wedding planners and special event planners, even concert promoters. Really wasn't that. It was like one thing. It was like jam productions, all these different things. So it really wasn't an option, you know, I want to be this when I grow up. But I played semi-pro baseball until I was 33 years old. So I thought maybe baseball might be an option. But I actually wanted to be a chemist. I love science. I love putting things together. I mean, Thomas Edison was my one of my heroes, and I just, you know, that's what really kept me going, you know.
Right.
But all along, you know, I'm talking to my counselors, and they asked me, what do you want to be when you grow? What do you want to do when you get older? I said, well, I'm thinking about baseball or chemist. They said, don't ask me what you want to be when you grow up. What do you want to do? What do you enjoy? Well, I was student council. I was homecoming chairman, prom chairman. I was that guy. I did all that stuff at the time.
Were you looking at her right here?
I said, well, no, I kind of like doing that. At the time, I was hiring a band. I was getting the tickets and posters printed, decorating the gym. You know how it is, right?
Yep, we did that.
You know, so that's what got me going with this stuff. And they said, you know, people get paid to do that. I said, really? And I couldn't fathom putting on a party and get paid for it. I didn't really want to be an event planner, a party planner. I just, you know, I started with the Italian festivals early and realized and found how that could be done like these peppers.
Yep. I know. I'm getting hungry.
He's getting us excited about going to the fest.
I love sausage and peppers too. That's like I one of my big ones. I love it.
Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Oop, there it is.
Let me guess.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have
Go.
something to say about him. Did you know that he cooks for all his artists that come to his place and perform? He cooks for them. this man does everything. And I just am so impressed. You make people, you not only you make the people that come to your place welcome, you do it also for the artists. And I just think that's so wonderful.
Well, you know what? Rick Springfield in his
Yeah.
book, you know, when you have an artist come by, it's called the meet and greet, right? But he calls it the king of the eat and greet because we take such
That's awesome.
a lot, all kidding aside, because you got to understand, you know, I've got these theaters that they're not located downtown Chicago, they're not in LA, they're not in New York. So how do we get all these entertainers, these big entertainers? And, you know, the money's the same. If I'm spending $50,000, let's say on an entertainer, it's the same $50,000 anybody else would give them. The sound system's got to be right. The venue's got to be right. So really, a lot of times at the end of the day, it comes down to how they're treated.
Mhm, right.
And that matters. And I can tell you, that's been a big deal here on why we get the entertainers that we get. Because
Right. Right. That's amazing. That's so exciting.
Yes, it is. And you know, it's just great. And your speakeasy is just absolutely wonderful. I'm telling you, audience, you have to go to the speakeasy.
We've got a couple of them.
Yeah, I have to go to Displays yet. I've been to the one in St. Charles, but I want to go to the one and it was at Bourbon and Brass. Yeah.
Okay.
And, we were able to go first time to the one in St. Charles. My boyfriend and I went there for a late Valentine's Day, and we went there for Sinatra's Sunday.
Yes,
And
Sunday.
and we had spaghetti, and they gave us a feast, and then they have a.
What we do is, you know, people ask me about the speakeasy, why I do that, and you know, again, I was brought up in a World War II household, you know, and you know, it was we grew up with Abbott Costello and Will Harvey and Charlie Chaplin and stuff. We grew up early, and so I had an appreciation for that old school stuff, and that's why I do it. I have an inherent love for that kind of thing, and I've got two of the places now with over 400 antiques. I mean, it's really an experience. It's really something.
I love the Charlie Chaplin room
Yeah.
in St. Charles.
There's a lot of places that try to do the speakeasy thing, and God bless them for doing it. But it's a little bit cheesy, you know, and I try really hard to make it not cheesy, you know?
Right, right. Oh, you take great pictures in there. You could reminisce of when you were a kid and you watched a lot of this stuff on Saturdays with your family.
Right, Saturday mornings. Abbott Costello Meet the Wolfman and all that kind of stuff. Remember
Yes.
that?
Oh God, that's funny.
And how about the Little Rascals? And how about you know, that kind of stuff?
Right, right, exactly.
I mean, that stuff is all resonates, you know?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's an experience. And now that you have all these different things and your St. Charles singing as well as you do in Displays, I mean, the pizza place, and you have the, just a lot of different things. And the Rock and Za pizza experience, the Rock and Ravioli Italian restaurant. There's just so much to do there. And you even have a little gambling in there too.
Yeah, we do. We got we have the gaming that you know everybody's enjoying, but again, the gaming is even the place called Barcata, which looks like a 1930s kind of a bar. So everything, you know, Big Al's in Displays, and Big Al's another 1930s kind of a bar. Big Al was my dad. My dad was born in 1925. The Displays Theater was built in 1925, and the bar that we have is from 1925. So that's why it's Big Al's Tavern.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. I didn't
I
know
have a
that.
crazy question. Do you have a pizza truck by chance?
Not a truck. No, I'm not a truck guy.
Okay, you're not a truck guy. Okay, I just making sure, just checking because I knew. Okay, well, I can't thank you enough for being part of our, you know, our mission here is Lori and I have always wanted. We did all kinds of different things. We've always gotten people together. We've always done parties. We've grouped people together for our reunions. We've had outside parties with bands. We've done things like that. And when COVID hit, we had this dream that we wanted to be able to get people together and make them feel better because they were struggling at home, not having any outside contact. And Zoom became our friend. And we started this for the health and wellness of you. And it's more of like something that we can do to reach out to people. We won't talk political. We won't talk negative. Those are our 2 rules. And we just want to reach out and put people on a profile, show them what's going on, how they're doing their thing. And then also for us to talk about different topics. So this has been just amazing to have you here. We're so happy because this is bigger than life, because we're like, oh my gosh, you're going to be interviewed on WGN, but Lori and I just want to let you know that we're one of your biggest fans of what you're doing, and you'll see a lot more of us because we come with people, we know people. So we just want to say thank you again.
I'm big fans of you guys. I think I adore what you guys are doing. And it's an honor to be on your show. Thank you for allowing me to cook while I talk.
Oh yeah, I love it.
But you guys, all I can say is you guys just keep doing what you're doing, because there's not enough of you guys out there doing this.
Right.
Oh, well, thank you. I have a couple questions
Yeah.
about the fest. How's the parking? Where's like the best parking at the fest? Because I know people
On both sides of the street of Taylor. You can park on Ashland, right across the street, Ashland and Taylor. There's a huge parking lot with the University of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And you can park also at the other end, the east side of Taylor Street, which is like Taylor and let's call it Racine, that area.
Okay, Taylor.
My lot. And it's all safe, and it's all wonderful. I mean, I know there's concerns about going downtown. Of course, everyone's got the concern. But I got to tell you, everything is wonderful over there. I mean, everyone's having a great time down there. The restaurants are thriving. The block is great. It's secure. It's safe. I mean, it's not what I know some people are a little concerned about going down there. But we're down there every day, and it's beautiful. It's all students. There's a lot of students there, and don't be worried. Come on down.
Yeah, that's great. How about handicap parking? Do you think they're going to have some handicap parking?
Of course. Again, right at those ends are the handicapped physically challenged is right there, right at the end. You can't miss.
Yeah, because I'm disabled, so I need handicap, and I'm just speaking for the handicapped people out there. So
we're very, very sensitive to that, and we have a lot of people who are physically challenged with that kind of thing, whether it's permanently or that weekend. Some people just broke legs and stuff, so we make it very easy for people to come in.
Yeah, that's great. You know what I like about you, Ron? Your whole family is involved in everything. And you have just done a great thing for your kids, because they're going to grow up just the way you did, with all the fun memories of what you did. And that gives them a great self-esteem to want to do and be a better person. Today's world is very difficult to raise kids and families, and parents are sometimes too busy, but you just make them a part of your whole thing. And, for them to meet all these positive people, I mean, I just love it all. And it's just, like I said, I go to all your events, and I just feel like I'm among my family, and
you are.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are family, and another thing too, Debbie, we didn't talk too much about. Ron has gotten so many awards and acknowledgments for all the wonderful things that he has done. And I am so glad, like Italian American clubs and stuff there just love Ron. And he puts so much his time and effort in these organizations. And he has just been, like I said, he's just a powerhouse for everything. And what he does. Powerhouse.
Well,
and I just want to thank you for that, because I'm first generation American, and it's important for me to have that heritage to teach my kids too, and stuff. And everything what you did to about that Columbus statue downtown Chicago was phenomenal.
Powerful. Yeah, it was powerful.
We've got the lawsuit. It goes to court next week. I mean, it goes to show just how easy we can. And this is an Italian thing. It really isn't. It's an all cultural thing, because what's happening to us right now can happen to Indian Americans, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Jewish Americans. You know, if icons and our heroes and our traditions and our heritage can be, it just shows how it all can be taken away just within one night when a bunch of crazy people decide they don't like it, don't agree with it. So what I'm fighting for, what we are fighting for as a community, you know, of course it's an Italian American thing, but really we're stepping up for everybody here. They don't realize that this is setting the tone for the future and can happen to anybody.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your determination, perseverance with that. I appreciate it. Well, Debbie, you have any other questions, or Ron?
If there's anything else you want to share with us, Ron, we know you've got a lot on your plate today, literally, like in another interview. But all I want to say is your passion for people and everything, and like you're making me so hungry right now. I gotta go.
Next time we do this live, and I'll come over, I'll cook for you.
Yeah. But again, thank you. And I can't wait to meet you in person. Lori, you want to close us out?
I sure do. Thanks again, Ron. It is such a pleasure. And we cannot wait to see you at Taylor Street. Now we have the dates, August 11th through the 14th. You know what? We'll have all the information on the page.
We'll post.
It, and you know what, there's so much about Ron. If you want to learn more about Ron, just Google him, go on YouTube. There's plenty of interviews and stuff. Go and look at his.
Why would you want to do that?
Because
don't do that.
Oshows.com, and you know, and Onesti, and go on there, look at all his venues. Please plan to go out and see it. You will not be sorry. Okay. And
sounds good.
With that, I want to say, everybody, have a wonderful Wednesday and bon appetit.
See you at Italian Fest. Sounds good.
For meatballs anytime. Here you go. Look at these babies.
Ooh, this is how we're gonna close it out. Look at those meatballs. Oh my God, I love you. Okay. Thanks again so much. Have a great, fantastic day.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye.